going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today, and today we have massive unboxing number 61 for you all. I hope each and every one of you are excited for this today, as we have some really cool models to take a look at here. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into these GeminiJets, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, welcome to massive unboxing number 61. I hope all of you are excited for this today. Let's not waste any further time and go ahead and get into it, everybody. So we have a bunch of really cool aircraft to take a look at here. I'm super excited. The first box here comes from WAF Collectibles, and really excited to get yet another box from here, as there's going to be some really cool aircraft in here, and I'm certainly excited to see what we got going. So got a very good deal on all of these, and very excited to get them here in the collection off of yet another collection sale. So let's just go ahead and see what we got, everybody. The first one, which is going back to the Retro Tulsa project, it has been a while, but we have a Continental McDonnell Douglas DC-930, so very excited to have this. It'll look really good in the fleet and definitely complement all the aircraft well, but definitely have needed that, so very excited to get that. I have another very special aircraft in here, and you all are probably wondering what the heck this is. This is an Air 2000 Boeing 757-200, and this was actually one of my very first 1-400 aircraft. I remember having it at my grandma's house, and it was the only one that I had there, so obviously it being a clearance aircraft, there was obviously plenty of them, so that's why I ended up getting this one from my parents, but I just really liked models and they could tell, so they got me this one. It's super exciting to have it, and I think it's going to be really cool, so definitely very excited to have it here today, and it will definitely be an awesome addition here, to say the least. And then inside, got a very good deal on this aircraft, and it's absolutely awesome, and I'm really excited to get to feature it right here. And that's going to be the Vietnam Airlines Boeing 787-10. So got that for $30. Absolutely crazy, and I'm super excited to have it. It will be quite an awesome aircraft and certainly be really great in the fleet. So this is going to be absolutely awesome. So let's not waste any further time and go ahead and take a look at all these models, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, and here we have the GeminiJets 1-400 scale Air 2000 Boeing 757-200. Great looking aircraft here, very special memories. I don't have any pictures, unfortunately, or any of that, but what an awesome memory, and it's so glad, I'm so glad to have this here in my collection today. So let's go ahead and get started. Get the Air 2000 logo up here, diecast model 1-400 scale. Here's the aircraft itself, Air 2000 Boeing 757-200, made for collectors by collectors. Now, of course, you have the cinematic box design. This is an aircraft from quite a while ago, but I think it was like $10, so it was a really great price. This is one of their very first releases, 1999. Here's the pamphlet of the aircraft, and then you have the actual aircraft inside there, and it's just crazy to see this. It almost feels like a dream, honestly, with just how it felt like just a lifetime ago. It's just crazy to see this here, but what an awesome aircraft, and this is so cool to have, everybody. The Air 2000 757-200. Take a look at that. Alrighty, everybody, and here we go for the GeminiJets 1-400 scale Air 2000 Boeing 757-200. Very excited to have this aircraft. It looks super good, and it's definitely going to be quite an awesome addition here to the collection. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at it, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look. So here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone right here, looking very sharp. The original 757 mold for Gemini is spectacular, no doubt here with this aircraft. Nose landing gear door looking very sharp as well, and then you got the L1 door, so all that came together very nicely. Got the Air 2000 billboard titles right here, and I'm sure they had a little bit first class, so I'm sure that's what we have up here. And then Air 2000 had a really cool cheat line, very unique with all the colors here on the stripes, so you can see blue, yellow, red, kind of a greenish color, back to red, blue, yellow, and they all go on. So very cool. A little bit of panel detail in there as well, so all that's super sharp. Hit the L2 door and a couple of panels up there on top as well. One-piece mold, of course. We love Gemini for their one-piece molds at this time, so that's exactly what we have. There's the RB211 super sharp. You even got the RR logo on there, so absolutely love that. And then the wing, it kind of tells the story. There's not much detail at all. You can see it cut out for the speed brakes, but that's literally it. I don't even think there's any slat detail on there at all, so that definitely shows you what kind of aircraft this is for sure in its time frame, but it still looks really sharp, so happy to see that. Here's the back there as well, and all that turned out very nicely. And then you got the main landing gear there, very sharp, very nostalgic. I think everybody can relate to that in some way or another if you've been collecting for an extended period of time. Then, of course, you got the rest of the passenger windows back here and all the colors down on the cheat line stripes, so that's cool. And then you got the L3 door, so that's absolutely awesome to see, looking very nice. You get the rest of the colors back here. That's absolutely awesome. Then you got the website, which was www.air2000.com. Very first websites were coming out during this time, so that's really great to see. And then you do have the registration, which I can't really see it very well on the viewfinder. If I get the box here, I can probably pick it up. Let me see if I can get the box here. The registration is Golf Oscar Sierra, which I'm assuming that's a Europe aircraft of sorts. So This is absolutely awesome. Take a look at that tail. You got the light blue, the red, quite a bit of navy, and then the yellow. So such a cool tail. You got the APU horizontal stabilizers, the one-piece horizontal stabilizer mold, which definitely shows you the age and the implications of this aircraft. So extremely impressive overall, and definitely really cool to see it. On the right side, you got the first baggage door and the second one, and all that came together very well. So that's absolutely awesome. Top of the aircraft looks very nice, so that's absolutely epic. Overall, super sharp, and we love to see that, of course. And the bottom's really great. You do have the silver GeminiJets logo, and all that came together very nicely. So absolutely love to see that, and that's super sharp. So what a great looking aircraft. This is absolutely awesome. So glad to have it here, and this is definitely a really high quality offering here in the collection. So glad to have this. Definitely a very special aircraft, and this one will go a very long way for a very long time to come. So very glad to have it right there. Next up, everybody, we got the Continental Airlines McDonnell Douglas DC-930. So very excited to have this aircraft as well. This was a staple flying in from Houston George Bush. So very glad to have it here, and it's definitely going to be quite a substantial aircraft, very similar to Delta 717 concept, limited edition 1-4 scale. Here's CGI, Continental Airlines old logo McDonnell Douglas DC-930. So I have quite a few. I got a 727, a 737, and I even think a DC-910. But I don't, and I think I might even have a DC-9 in the old livery. Maybe I would have to verify that. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have a Continental DC-9. I might have got this one unintentionally, but I don't think I have this one yet. But it still sparked my attention whenever it came out regardless. I'm just trying to remember. I don't think I have it. I might be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But regardless, I got another one if I do. But I didn't even look, to be honest, because it caught my attention, but I think I would have remembered it. But anyway, we're gonna have to work on those landing gear for sure. That's very interesting. Wow, it just scoot out of its plastic. That's crazy. Have any of you ever seen that before? Look at that. That literally scooted out of its plastic. That's crazy. So never would have expected that. It's supposed to go in there, as you all saw, but it just kind of like flopped out. It's like it was not placed in there correctly, and that obviously would be the damage in some capacity, but it's supposed to sit in there like that, so it's like it just plopped out. So that's fascinating, and that definitely is why it broke on the main landing gear, so we'll have to work on that. But anyway, still a very good looking aircraft. It's got the older style billboard titles, it seems. I think they slightly updated those at some point, so that'll be a little tedious of a fix, but nevertheless, it still sits fairly good by itself without that. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. And here it is, everybody, the GeminiJets 1-400 scale Continental Airlines McDonnell Douglas DC-930. So really excited to have this aircraft. This is a really good looking plane, and it's definitely going to be a huge asset for a very long time to come, and very excited to get it fixed up here and get it fixed. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I don't know why I think that I have this one for some reason, but I think it's because I'm just getting confused with the DC-910. But regardless of the case, this is a great aircraft and very excited to have it. So let's just go ahead and get started, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone right here. The Gemini DC-9 mold is awesome, as you can tell here. Nose landing gear, and then you got the L1 door right here, so all that came together very nicely. Here's the Continental billboard titles. You got first class up here, and then you got a little bit more of the economy enhanced section, economy plus probably. So very nice to get to see all that right there. Got the rest of all these seats right here, and then that takes us over the wing here, where you got some nice detail in the overwing exits. So all that came together very nicely, so looking sharp. I like the cheat line, the tan. If you didn't know, the Continental Airlines, or whoever made the Continental livery, also made the Copa livery, so very cool to see those coming together here. Again, the main landing gear unfortunately is a little rough right now, but we'll definitely get that fixed. But they look nice, so they just need to be attached. And you got the top of the aircraft. Now this aircraft, I just read through it, but I think it was like 2003, but you can see very similar to the Air 2000, not too much detail. Our next several aircraft will definitely shy away from the lack of detail because they're much newer. But anyway, just fascinating to look back on any aircraft like this. But yeah, looking sharp, and you got the overwing exit pads there too. And then you have the US flag and the fleet code up there on top, and then you got the bottom there, which is very nice with the registration, which I can't read from here, so I'm gonna have to refer to the box once again. And that's gonna be, let's see, November 16521. So very nice to see that. I believe this is probably a former Texas International aircraft, so nice to see that. And you got the beautiful little small mini variant GT8Ds. I'm not sure what the name is, but definitely looking very cool on those as well. And then you get the Continental Airlines globe on the tail, which is obviously a fundamental aspect of their entire identity. So you can see that right there, along with the navy in the horizontal stabilizer, which are also one piece, which is pretty standard for T-tails. So very strong to see that. And then you got the curvature back there as well, so all that came together very nicely. Right side very similar as well, but you get the smaller R1 door up there in the front, and all that looks super sharp, so definitely happy to see that. Top of the aircraft's very nice, looks sharp, no major complaints at all, so that's awesome. And the bottom's also very nice. You got the stand hold, GeminiJets logo, a couple of baggage doors, and you got escape back there as well. So great looking aircraft, so excited to have it. Just need a little bit of a fix up and it'll be great, but very excited to use this for the project whenever it's able to happen. I'm very excited to do it at some point, but only time will tell when that's going to be. So very excited to have this though, and it will definitely be used when we get to that point. Alrighty, everybody, next up, the Continental was $30. I believe this was $29 here for the Vietnam Airlines Boeing 787-10. So very excited to add yet another international carrier to the fleet. You all know that I've certainly been making this a priority, and anytime there's a good deal on an aircraft that's active, I have to take advantage, and NG fortunately made plenty of the Vietnam 7810. So here it is, Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. You got the Vietnam all over it, and really glad to enhance my fleet from this region as I don't have very many from here. So that's really exciting. Vietnam Airlines registrations Victor November Alpha 874. So looking very nice. It's an NG once again. I think this came out probably 3 years ago or so. It's definitely been out for a good little while now. So back of the box, item number is 56012. So like I said, very excited to have this. This will be a really good addition, and definitely any time that you can enhance an airline that you don't already have. Oh, actually, this is way newer than that. This is actually from August of 22. Is that what it says? Yeah, August of 22. So that was right. So very excited to have this aircraft, and always excited to continue to explore opportunities and get new aircraft into the fleet. And this is a very good looking 7810. Tough to get many 7810s, so this is definitely a great opportunity. Alrighty, everybody, and here's the NG models. 1:400 scale Vietnam Airlines Boeing 787-10. Very excited to have this aircraft. It looks really nice, and this will be a high quality addition for the collection. So without any further delay, let's just go ahead and take a look, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. So here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone right here. Definitely looking very sharp. Got the SkyTeam logo right here, and you got the L1 door. Very good nose landing gear detail and so forth, along with fleet codes and all that. Had some more logos here, and you got the first class up here in the front, so that looks very nice. And what I love about this livery is that it's not Euro white, so you got the, well, I guess the underneath is kind of like a, I can't even tell what color that is, but nevertheless, we got the top here with the blue, which looks awesome. You got the logo here, Vietnam Airlines with their font, and then you got some first class up here transitioning through, but just so nice not to have all Euro white. So this will look really nice, and it's a SkyTeam aircraft, so finally going to get to add another airline over there with KLM and all those. So that'll be awesome. Didn't know that. So huge added bonus just for that. And you got some panel detail down here, so that's awesome, along with the gold trim, so very happy to see that. Got some more panel detail up here. Love the proportions on the NG antennas, super sharp. You got the L2 door, I'm sure some sort of business, and then obviously premium economy starts next, and then economy plus and economy. Here's the engines, great cowlings. Let's take a look at those fan blades. They look sharp as well. Slats look amazing. I love the wing root on that 787. That's always been appealing from NG ever since I got my first NG 78, and I think all of you can definitely see that. Really goes for all their molds, but the wide bodies it's very prominent on, along with even the 737s. As you can see, the wing is nicely detailed as well. You got the speed brakes on there and all the applicable functions, so that's awesome to see. Main landing gear also nice. Obviously, they don't tilt, but that's obviously to provide the highest quality possible on those landing gears. Here's over the wing. It looks super nice as well, nice and simple. And then obviously the gold gets a little bit bigger there before we get to the L3 door. You do have the registration on the other wing, by the way. And then that takes us back to the rest of the economy, where you have the Dreamliner titles there as well, and the registration once again, Victor Hotel Alpha 074. You got the top two antennas, one stubby, one large, and then you got the L4 door right there, along with the beautiful Vietnam logo. I think that looks really cool. It's quite a unique region of the world, so definitely very nice, and overall love it, and it looks sharp. APU horizontal stabilizers, all that detail is awesome, and overall looks super sharp, so that's absolutely excellent. Right side of the aircraft is also very nice. You got a baggage door on there as well, so very nice to see that. Wing root, engines, all that detail looks amazing, and then of course you got the back doors there as well, so all that looks amazing too, so very nice to get to see that. Top of the aircraft is very nice. You can see all the details that we mentioned, along with those panels a little bit better. So definitely happy with the quality of this aircraft now it turned out. Bottom looks amazing too. It's kind of like a weird tan color, I would say. But anyway, you got the stand hole, and then you got the beacon and other such functions on there as well. So this is a stunning model. NG did a perfect job on this aircraft. Very excited to always grow my international fleet, and for $29, I'm absolutely not going to pass up an NG 787. So very happy that I found this and glad that it coincided. Always looking at the collection sales for Loftable. He had a huge set, and I ended up not being able to get any from it just because there was none that ended up working into my collection very well. I mean, I could have just bought the bot, but I always try to make my purchases, especially moving out of my house soon, very meaningful. So obviously with that being said, you know, I want them to be super meaningful and, you know, $30 for a Vietnam 7010 is meaningful and so forth. So, and even the Air 2015. So I've been doing a bunch of value ones, but I'll also try to find some good deals throughout the process as well. So great models over there. That was a great start to the unboxing. Let's keep it moving, everybody. So here in this box, we got 3 recent releases from GeminiJets. I'm very excited to get my hands onto these. There's some really good ones in here, and I'm definitely eager to see what they're going to be all about. One of them is a duplicate. One is, well, actually 2 of them I technically already have, but one of them is more substantial than the other. You'll see why. And the third one, I don't know why, but I really can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but I think I know what it is. But anyway, this comes from Panda Fox Toys, who's always done an outstanding job with their consistency and their reputation, along with free shipping and the 5% off code. So you never can have a day where you go wrong. Oh yeah, it's that one. Okay, so this one's probably my favorite of all of them. I'm super excited to have this. Let me just go ahead and flip this around. So 3 models in here. Our first one is going to be the QantasLink Airbus A220-300. Now, I saw this aircraft when I was at Sydney, and it was just so cool, so had to get it. And I definitely am super excited to use this in the upcoming model airport project for Southeast Asia, Australia, wherever I decide to put it. So very excited for that aircraft, and that's definitely going to be a good looking one for the fleet, so that's absolutely awesome. GeminiJets did in their December releases, I should say, an American Airlines MD-90, so very excited to have this one. So this will be really cool. I do have the Dragon Wings version of it, so this will be a nice compliment, and we continue to stack on the American MD-80 fleet. So obviously that one is a little bit different, but a very unique one, so certainly don't want to pass it up. And the final aircraft for this box is going to be the American Airbus A321neo. So this aircraft obviously has already been done by Gemini. This is the 3rd time. So I have duplicates of the first release, so I'm just going to flip-flop it. But of course, I want to keep, you know, getting the various tail numbers in the various releases. So this one honestly did look really sharp. I'm eager to see that color just to keep enhancing it. But yeah, it's only been a year and a half since we did the last one there in the summer of 23. So with that being said, let's start with the American MD-90, and we'll just kind of work our way through. So here it is. GeminiJets made for collectors by collectors. You got the 25-year anniversary on this box for 2023, despite it being a 2025. I guess it's technically 24, but anyway. McDonnell MD-90 American Airlines. Now, if you don't know, American Airlines bought out Reno Air in the late 1990s, and they ended up acquiring their McDonnell MD-80 fleet, 2024 release on the box. But what ended up happening was they ended up needing to paint some of them in a hybrid livery because Reno Air had a white livery, not chrome. So that's exactly what they did with some of these aircraft before they went on to other airlines. They ended up getting sold off to quite a few different airlines, but American Airlines did their due diligence on these aircraft for just a few years, like 2001, 2004, and as you can tell, this one looks very nice. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alrighty, everybody, and here it is, the GeminiJets 1:400 scale American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-90. Great looking aircraft right there. Overall, super sharp. Very excited to take a look. So let's not waste any further time and go ahead and get started. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get into this. So here's the cockpit windows right here, along with the nose cone. You got the nose shape right here, and then you got the nose landing gear, which looks really nice. They honestly did a really good job on that. I believe that says Super 90, which is really cool. Obviously, this is the only time where this would be applicable, so very impressive. And of course, you got the blue, white, and red. And then, yeah, this is just a full white fuselage. It's so goofy to see it like this, but you obviously get used to it as you have the models. But yeah, this is really impressive. So that's exactly what we have here with this aircraft. And then I think that is a One World logo there with the L1 door. It honestly looks pretty sharp. It just takes some time to get used to. There's the antenna on top with the American Airlines billboard titles. But yeah, different cabin, different livery, all the different pieces. I think they still had a first class up here, so pretty fascinating. But yeah, panel detail down here as well, and it's just so weird to see it in this environment, but Gemini definitely did a good job replicating it and what it looked like, and it was real. So you got the fleet code right there and a panel, so very sharp to see that as well. In the middle of the aircraft, you got the 2 emergency exits, so that's very nice, along with the emergency exit slide, so definitely great to get to see that. The wing detail is also very nice right there, and you got the flaps flat and speed brakes along with all the pieces there, so that's absolutely awesome to see. And down here, you got some good detail as well, like the main landing gear and a very small Gemini logo. This time it's back farther a little bit there. But you can see you got the underneath detail of the MD-90 wings, which is very impressive. They did a really good job replicating that, so can't complain with that at all. Registration is November 904, Romeo Alpha. I believe Dragon Wings did 901. I think I might be wrong. It might have been 905. So regardless, very nice to get to see that. And then you got the engines right there, which are the souped up ones, obviously, for being an MD-90, so very impressive. And you definitely see how they compare. It's weird to see them on an American frame. You got the back door right there as well. You get the American Airlines tail, which also looks very sharp, so they definitely did a good job replicating that, along with the still one-piece horizontal stabilizer mold. So some aspects just never change no matter what you do, but T-tail back there as well. Rather, I should say screwdriver in piece there. And then you got the 2 baggage doors here in the front as well, so that's very nice. You got the R1 door there in the front too, so that's very cool. You got the baggage door underneath there as well, and then obviously the emergency exit slide in the very back too, so that's absolutely awesome. Top of the aircraft looks very nice, so very happy to see that. It came together very well. Wing detail once again is phenomenal. They've really done a good job. And top of the horizontal stabilizers also are very impressive as well, so glad to get to see all that detail going very strong. And if I take a look at the bottom here, once again, very good. Couple of dots there in the middle. Otherwise, pretty standard and indicative of what an MD-90 looks like. So very glad to have this one. It will certainly be a high quality addition. And I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here. So this is absolutely awesome and definitely a really good one here for the fleet. Next up, we have yet another American Airlines Airbus A321neo. We'll see if NG's ever going to do this one for us, but Gemini has done it for a 3rd time. So let's take a look at the 3rd release. So you get the Gemini logo up here, same song, second verse, made for collectors, by collectors, standard box. So yeah, it is a popular aircraft and it definitely is doing great in the fleet. I'm just really surprised that they didn't choose to do another 737-800 before doing this one again, but that's kind of the deal. I also should say the same about the Airbus A321 with sharklets, because that one hasn't been done either, but I don't know, it's definitely interesting, but we'll definitely have to reach back out the Gemini on that one. But anyway, this one, pretty similar color to the last one, honestly. It looks very similar, so hopefully I didn't order the same one by accident, but I mean, if I look at the box, it says 2024 on it, so it can't be. But there it is, very similar to the last couple, and we got engines detached. That's the first one in a while for Gemini. Wow. Man, that's interesting. I was just filming with JJ our video about the 5-year anniversary since the pandemic, and what we talked about at the beginning of that video was GeminiJets' broken models. And you know, I'm not here to say that the world's going to end because I had one broken aircraft. Obviously, there's certainly going to be plenty of opportunities, but yeah, it's been a while since Gemini just kind of flopped it right there, and perhaps this aircraft was made in 2019. I don't know, but it's certainly interesting to see that after, you know, what's happened lately. So that's certainly pretty fascinating. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty ironic, but, you know, obviously not going to hold it too much against them there. Kind of a weird spot with the table for that line right there. But yeah, there it is, the American Airbus A321neo. So can't say that I was expecting that, but it's not a huge deal. We'll just glue it up and call it good. But anyway, definitely fascinating at the very least. I do have to say it's pretty interesting. So with that being said, I guess we're just going to do it with no engines on. Just pretend that it's an aircraft coming right out of the factory, or maybe I could turn it into an LR. I don't know. But anyway, XLR particularly. With that being said, very fascinating start here to this particular model. So let's just go ahead and get started. Cockpit windows with that nose cone that we've seen, and I have reviewed all of them on my channel, so feel free to check them out if you're interested. I believe that says A321neo on it. But yeah, still looking pretty solid up here. Here's the L1 door and the antenna, which for whatever reason seems a little smaller. I don't think it is, but looks nice. Nose landing gear also nice, good angle on it. They did a good job, and the color is definitely solid. No major complaints. I would compare it very similarly to the previous 321neo shade. It looks almost identical. One World logo, and then you got the American Airlines logo right there, along with the American Airlines billboard titles. That came out pretty well. The gloss around the windows is very interesting, though. I will see that. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up very well, or it could just be how I'm looking at it, but it seems like there's an interesting gloss around it for sure. Here's the line right there, and then I guess I might be able to sneak that engine underneath. The clearance, fortunately, has got so much better to where I don't think it's just going to sit there by itself. Yeah, you can kind of get an idea of what it would look like with the engine on there. So that's kind of what that would look like. But anyway, you can see the 2 emergency exit doors, one with the outline and one without. So that definitely looks nice too. A little bit first class, economy plus, and economy. There's the main landing gear. They look sharp, pretty standard for a Gemini. And then, yeah, just kind of weird to see without wings, but that's exactly what it looks like without wings. The wing detail, though, is absolutely amazing. Love the speed brakes. Love the indentations. Phenomenal effort. You can certainly see the sharklets, good angles on those. Those turned out very well, too. So happy to see all that. There's the behind perspective. Here's over the wing. That all looks very sharp as well, so happy to see that. And, oh, there's a missing antenna? No, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have pumped the brakes. I thought I saw an area right there, but that didn't make any sense, and I would have recognized it at the beginning anyway. So fortunately, we got the antennas. That's the most challenging part to fix, so anytime you come with those, it's a good day. But as you can see, it all looks very nice. The Wi-Fi box even looks really cool, and the registration of this particular aircraft, the color in the box is terrible, by the way. I'm so glad it's not what we actually have in the model. 413 Alpha November, so definitely nice right there. American Airlines tail, yeah, it just looks exactly like the last one, which of course there's no problem with that. I'm just giving an observation. It's like this one is exactly like the last one. So for an analysis, it is exactly like the last one. But horizontal stabilizers, all those details look nice. Back here it looks really sharp too, but you got the baggage door and the other one as well. So very happy to get to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top and the bottom of the aircraft. Top looks sharp, no major deficiencies besides missing engines, but we'll absolutely get that fixed. In the bottom is very nice, stand holes in a similar place to what the MD-90 was. Well, I guess not technically, but you know, from where it is on the wing root, I should say. So that looks very nice, and you got the horizontal stabilizers, APUs, the baggage doors, and all that as well. So certainly fascinated. Was not expecting that. Not a huge problem at all. We'll get her fixed up, but just ironic how timing goes together, and that kind of is what happened right there. So that was certainly fascinating, excuse me, and that was absolutely awesome. Alrighty, everybody, next up we got this absolutely awesome model. This is the GeminiJets 1:400 scale QantasLink Airbus A220-300, and I think this is some sort of environmental friendly livery. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it looks super cool. So really glad to have this one, and awesome to continue to expand the footprint. So obviously now knowing what this aviation's like, it's really cool to get in on it, and definitely awesome to expand the collection in so many ways. So obviously buying aircraft that are really special, and this is definitely one of them. I also want to say, I know that the American Dash 8 came out. I'm going to try to get that for a lower price, so that's why I'm currently waiting. I thought about doing that with the 321 Neo, but I was going to flip that one, so that deal is kind of like it's going to be a $5 difference tops. But the American Dash 8, I think I can probably get somewhere for lower, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, though, definitely on the list to do that, but nevertheless, here we go for the Qantas A220-300. GeminiJets logo made for collectors by collectors. Here's the CGI right here, Airbus A220-300. You got the Qantas logo, and all of the box looks very nice, so certainly can't complain with how any of that is situated. Here's the back of the box as well. It is a 2024 release, so absolutely awesome to see that, and overall this is looking very sharp. Here is the actual credentials here inside, so that looks nice, and the aircraft is inside right there. So let's go ahead and take a look. I think we're going to have a little bit better luck with this aircraft, and this will be awesome to utilize at, like I said, a model airport in that region at some point, so very excited for that. And yeah, that is a good looking aircraft. Take a look at that Qantas A220. That is so cool. I would get that 1-200 if I could. That is so sweet. And here we go, everybody. We got the QantasLink Airbus A220-300. Good looking aircraft, very excited to have this one. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and I love the special livery on it here. So no doubt, plenty of cool elements to this particular aircraft. So let's go ahead and get into this particular model. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone looking very nice right there. Got some pitot tubes and the other applicable details, and then you got the nose landing gear door. Turned out really well on this A220, so of course love to see that in such a good looking livery. Here's the Qantas logo. I don't know what exactly it is, but like the trademark, so that's nice. You got the L1 door right here along with the One World logo, and you got the QantasLink's billboard titles. So I always thought it was interesting how the A220s went under QantasLink despite being, you know, pretty big in capacity. I mean, yes, this is like 130 seats, so I would have thought it would have went mainline, but it is QantasLink, so pretty fascinating, following suit after the 717s. But yeah, overall sharp there to see with the new font and all that. Here's the antenna, and then this is where the delivery starts to get very fascinating. But the engine right here looks very nice and certainly is very good at making the whale noise, so we got that. And the wings, very nice job there on the slope down. That's extremely impressive, and they did a really good job bringing that detail out right there. So that's really nice and extremely sharp, so very happy to see that. So yeah, you got the emergency exit door right here, and then the livery completely starts, so it's just a nice palette of greens. It's so amazing in real life. When I saw it, I was like, man, that is cool, and it really is. It's magical. So it looks really nice when it's reflecting light in this. You know, it's a little tough to see it on the model, but you can definitely see it some there with the mid-tone greens, light green, and it's just a really cool palette of colors. Just take a moment to look at it there, and I really think that tells the story. There's that really cool palette down there, and just so much precision and details on it. Like replicating that had to take quite the effort, so I admire Gemini's effort for getting that there, or however that process goes through. So extremely amazing, and yeah, that's just absolutely awesome. But here's the antenna right here in the Wi-Fi box, so very happy to see those, and another stubby antenna there in the back. So very impressive. There's no shortage of opportunities with all those, so that's absolutely awesome. You get the back door right there as well, so take a look at the mains there and all that, so that's super sharp. And then you get the registration, which is Victor Hotel Foxtrot, or sorry, X-Ray 4 Alpha. The engines are Pratt's, by the way, so very nice to put all that together right there. But I love that, and you can just kind of take a look at it with the reflection a little bit. Just really nice, and overall it looks really sharp. So no doubt, no shortage of fun there. You got the L2 door, and then you got the kangaroo back there. Love that about the Qantas livery. So there it is. And then you got the mid-tone blue green there on the tail to round it out. I mean, it just looks so nice, and that palette design is extremely impressive. So just getting some really good looks at there. Y'all can take a detailed look. It looks absolutely outstanding. So very nice to see that horizontal stabilized EPU, all those details. It's extremely impressive. So really glad to get to see that pulling together very nicely. And then you got the baggage door, the first one there in the front, very nice. And you got one here in the back, and another really good look at that livery. It looks really nice, so they definitely did a very good job on it. Top of the aircraft looks very sharp, very happy with how that came out, so no doubt, no shortage of opportunity with that. And the bottom also looks really nice. You got the QantasLink logo down there as well. So very happy to see that, and overall, it's looking very sharp. So really happy to see it all. Very nice aircraft right here, and overall, it looks extremely sharp. Alrighty, everybody, here we go for our last model of today's massive unboxing. And this is a good one. I've been wanting to get this, and this kind of coincides with what we were talking about with 2020 as well. One plane that Gemini did in 2020 during the summer that I probably should have got was the United 767-300 Evo Blue. And NG finally, after all this time, did, and I've been wanting to get one for such a long time, and finally that opportunity presented itself. So this comes from the Texan Airplane Store, who's had a little bit of a resurgence lately, which is awesome to see. But I actually was able to use my rewards, and I think I've only spent a handful of hundreds of dollars there, but I ended up getting like $30 off this aircraft, which is really cool. So definitely recommend checking them out, and obviously they have quite a bit of awesome stock. So shout out there to the Texan Airplane Store on this. And there's even a gift card in here. How cool is that? So we got a gift card, so that's really cool. So that's a very interesting piece of the puzzle there, and I'll have to see what that's all about. So that's really cool to see. So we got the gift card in there, and then we have the actual aircraft itself, the United 767-300ER. So love the box on that. That is absolutely spectacular. Like, I know NG's been extremely slow lately, but that box is more than slow. That is impressive. So very excited to have this aircraft, and definitely really excited to see what it's all about. So here it is, and once again, that box is so cool. I know it's not like down to the palette. Well, yeah, it's the globe just extremely zoomed in, so it is pretty realistic. So take a look at that. That is awesome. So cool to see that, and sorry about that. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here's the United logo, Boeing 767-300ER, and again, the globe is extremely amplified, so this tile would be like this piece right here, and then obviously so on and so forth. So that's very nice. And then here's the CGI, really good looking plane, 673 Uniform Alpha. They also did one when they replaced the panel on it, so that was pretty fascinating. But I'm really excited to have this aircraft again. I've been loving expanding the fleet, and particularly I'm fascinated with United's inconsistent operations. So, and their livery is awesome. So very excited to have this. So yeah, now we just need NG to do the American 763 if we're trying to complete the legacy carriers with the 763s from NG. So that's really cool. So we have the collector card there. So we'll go ahead and get that. And I think this is probably like a tap down annotation. Let's see. Do not hold the fuselage by the whole palm. Very interesting. So 3-dimensional antennas. That's a good warning there, so love to see that. And then, yeah, I'm super excited for this. This is awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look. And yeah, there's no doubt that that is a good looking aircraft. And we have detached gears, so both companies are going to fail today. So whether you're Gemini or NG, fortunately, this looks like a much easier fix. But, you know, no matter who the company is or what we're doing, we can have engines, we can have landing gear, we can have all of it. But yeah, that's definitely pretty interesting that that came detached. But I'm going to see if I can somehow navigate it and we can still take a look. But yeah, very interesting at the very least. That was pretty fascinating for sure. Alrighty, everybody, next up here we have the NG models, 1:400 scale United Airlines Boeing 767-300ER in the Evo Blue livery. Truly a spectacular looking aircraft. So excited to have this one, and no doubt this is going to be an awesome addition to the collection, and I'm really excited to get to use it here. So without any further delay, let's just go ahead and take a look at this, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, here we go. So here's the cockpit windows along with the nose cone right here. NG's nose cone is fantastic on all their aircraft, and the 767 is no exception. This looks absolutely amazing. And then we got United connecting people, United and Globe right here. A couple pitot tubes, Star Alliance logo, and you got the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door. At the L1 door right here, and all of it just comes together so nicely. So of course, some first class up here in United use their 767s mainly on the transatlantic flights, but they do have a couple of other routes as well. So of course, the first class there is pretty essential. At the antenna right there, very nicely proportioned, so that looks very sharp. And then you got the panels down here, so all that came together very well, and no doubt no shortage of opportunity with that. So very happy to see that all come together right there. Here's the wing root. That also looks very nice in the beautiful, I think these are GE engines, I'm pretty sure, but they look very nice, the Evo blue and the beautiful piece right here. I've still yet to fly a United 7.6. I've flown a Delta 7.6, but I still really want to knock out a United 7.6. So hopefully a route will finally, you know, present itself, but there's not many US domestic routes where you're going to find these, a handful, but very limited. Anyway, the slots look very nice right there, and the emergency exit pad looks really nice. I think you all can probably tell, for the sake of what we're doing here, that I'm not going to adjust the aircraft, so that is why we're not going to get a great look at the top, but definitely stay tuned for the model aircraft review where we'll get a better look at it. But anyway, all that looks very nice. The speed brake and horizontal stabilizer details, amazing. You can get a better look there on the top side. And there is the main landing gear, which are very nice once they're going to be glued in here soon. But yeah, it's certainly fascinating that that happened. I'm still a little surprised, but hey, it all works out, so I can't complain too much. But anyway, here's the Wi-Fi box. That looks very nice. Then you got another antenna, and then again, the registration November 673 Uniform Alpha. You got the L2 door back here. All that looks very nice, and so forth. And then, yeah, the winglets are very good. They're a little goofy compared to the rest of the molds I've seen. But again, that's just an observation. It's not completely a negative, just a little bit different. And then there's the beautiful Evo blue tail. Looks very nice. They did a really good job with the various lines and so forth, and all that came together very well. So very happy to see that, and all that looks very nice. APU, horizontal stabilizers, and it's all super sharp. So overall, looking very nice here for this particular aircraft. So yeah, what a massive unboxing. So awesome. I promise I'll get an outro clip this time, don't worry. But nevertheless, let me go ahead and set this up, and we'll take a look at all of our aircraft here today, everybody. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and take a look. We have some awesome models on this unboxing. So you got the American Airlines Indy 90. Very excited to have that aircraft. Absolutely awesome. It turned out super good. QantasLink A220. This might be my favorite one of the whole video. This one is phenomenal and super excited to have it. It's just a great looking plane. Really awesome work by GeminiJets. Got an easy fix here on 3 aircraft. The American Airlines A321neo. So absolutely going to be getting that fixed up. Still looking nice. Continental DC-9. Going to serve a very valuable purpose and also looking very sharp. And very happy with the United 767. Just need to get those landing gear glued on, but that will definitely be the easiest fix of them all. The Vietnam 787-10, amazing value. So happy to have it, and that will definitely be a huge asset for many years to come. And the Air 2000 Boeing 757, just a nice little throwback aircraft. So cool to think about it. It was a lifetime ago, but I'm so glad to have that one. I think it'll turn out really good there in the collection. So I hope all of you enjoyed today's video. Very excited to have all these. It's going to be awesome, and we certainly have a bunch to look forward to as we continue to move forward. So with that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is CM Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.